Hey guys, it's Brandon Every. I'm the Messy Engineer, and this is our second episode. And this week we're going with Deadpool. Let's get messy. Hey guys. So, second episode, super excited. I've been going hard to get this one done. 2, 3, 4:30 a.m. Trying to get this guy all done for you. So we're going to break this one into two parts, two episodes. So first episode, one you're watching right now, we're going to be showing my Eastman Deadpool bust. It's a super popular bust. You've probably seen other prints online. Maybe not as big as this one, because we're going superhero sized. We're going to be finishing it, painting it, talking about it. I'm going to be showing it to you in a couple minutes. So super excited to show you guys that. And then the second episode, what goes better with the King of Mayhem, the Sultan of Slaughter, than some toys of mayhem. We're doing rubber band guns. These are not complete yet. Got to put them together. That'll be the video. We're going to put them together. This is a sweet revolver style. And gonna have dual wield of those. So my sons are gonna help me. We're gonna test them out. We have 4 designs we found on Things, through Things search, or hosted up on Things. So we're gonna test those out. That's gonna be a blast. But first, let's get to this episode, which is the Eastman bust. Couple things. One is, I don't do small. I do big, guys. Doesn't matter if it's trucks, Halloween displays, other Halloween displays. Look at the size of this head. Cranius gigantus. It is in my DNA. Big is in my DNA, so I have to do big. Plug. I'm going to be at the Fanboy Expo in Columbus, Ohio, at the Convention Center, May 27th and 28th. Friday, Saturday, with my friend Matt Stout. He's got a adult comic activity book, very funny. Printed this. This is his character here. Very hilarious adult coloring book that he'll have there. And Matt's also responsible for my logo. Thank you so much, Matt. You got that done in like a day. So I'm gonna be setting up there with him. I'm gonna have Clank. I'm gonna have Deadpool. And love to see you there. Come and check us out. Answer any questions. Love to just hear what you guys are making and just hang out. Let's do this. Ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. Maximum effort. Boom. Eastman bust. Now, if you've seen this bust before, you're probably like, Brandon, it's only half the bust. You're right. This thing should be about this tall. Couldn't even fit a camera if it was as tall as it should be. There's a whole like ab section and pedestal that he stands on, and I might get that done for that expo, but I'm not getting it done for this video. This was way enough ambitious for me. The thing that I love about this bust, the reason I wanted to do it, was just the accessories. Like, I love the stuff. Obviously, like, maker. You get it. You're makers. He's got the grenade. He's got these pockets. He's got the button, the little card, ace spades, the katanas in the back. It's just rich with these details. I added some treats. I added some remixes. So let's get into them. Brandon's remixes. You ready for this? Awesome. Love it. Love it. So these are 3D Printing World. I might recognize that name. Same designer who did the lightsabers from last week's episode. He does katanas too. And I put those into the handle, just like cut out the handle out of the scabbard or sheath. I called them katana holders for like the whole time I was working on them. And I was like, I know there's a name, and I know someone's gonna be so mad. It's a scabbard. It's a sheath. I called it a holder. I apologize. But awesome. Look at this thing. I did 2 versions of them. I did a curved version, but Deadpool's straight blade. Alright, so that was the first remix. Second remix, we all know about Deadpool, one of the versions of Deadpool. His whole body gets eaten by a tiger shark, and he just becomes Deadhead. We have Deadhead. He's got a little stash. Pretty cool. Little removable head, little stash, little secret stash. I got one more. You ready? We got these nades. Added the M67 grenades on there, and they are magnetic. What? These nades. Grab one off when you need one. Woo! Awesome. Those are just stuck on with magnets. I have a little video where I show how I did those. Got done with the bust about 4:30 a.m. and I just totally just Forrest Gumped it. I was just like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Don't know what else to do. It was like half that, half I was just so tired, and half I was so shocked that this is like the product. I've never done anything this detailed. Never done anything like this. It's just brush painted, acrylic painted, did some like dry brushing techniques, did some like watered down paint, wipe it for the cracks and crevices. I'm kind of shocked that it came out this well. I'm just so happy. I think it's so cool. So I'll give you guys some stats on this. So as I was talking about before about printing, I love these nades. So printing wise, excuse me love, you can see the crack probably right here. This all is one piece. This all is one piece, printed as one piece. The katana is one piece, and it connects. It actually has a piece of the back that pops in. Obviously, the blades are all printed as multiple pieces, but in one time, just in place. Handles, head's one piece, and then the neck piece here. The fun fact, disclaimer: not suggesting anybody do this. Bad idea. Alert. I made a neck, and the neck did not fit. So I probably could have used a hand tool or a hot knife or any other tools that I had, but I had a miter saw, so I just lined it up, zip zip. Not smart, don't do that. Don't look at me like that. You're so cute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the swords. But 4 for the body, prints that is. And they were all about, these 2 chest pieces in the head were about 1 kilogram a piece. Which is a roll of PLA. Roll PLA runs about $24, $27. So about $75 for the body, and then another roll and a half for the rest of this. Cheap acrylic paint, about $25 for the paint and brushes, like cheap shit. Total printing was about 168 hours. Each chest piece was around 4 days. The head was about 4 days. I did have some failures. I say it's one piece, but all right, you got me. A little bit of a lie. Little white lie. This side was a whole print, non-stop. Switch out filaments because it was actually more than 1,000 kilograms. No, I just had less than a kilogram on a roll. The head should have been one piece, but it actually ended up being 3 pieces. So it was up to here from the collar to here, and then here to here, and then the rest. Just failing for one reason or the other. Both shoulders around 4 days. The head's about 4 days. Little fun printer thing that I did for the head and the body actually was I used an infill called cubic subdivision, and what that does is the infill gets wider and bigger in the center, further from the walls of the print. It's close to the walls. It's got smaller cubes, and so it's structurally stronger, and then the inside it can be more hollow. This thing's light, guys. This thing's super light. There's definitely like more I want to do with this. Oh my gosh. Just looking at this thing, it's like I want to take this grenade off, and I want it, like the way it's broken here, like what if it had threads, just like our lightsabers from last week, they had the threads built in. What if this like unscrewed and there was another secret compartment in there? And then what if you could print these in like TPU, which is a, 1 second. Back. All right. So I was thinking about using TPU, which is a type of filament, and I will show you this. So this is a fail, but I made this for my son. I eventually got one good, but it's a Pokemon ball. It's supposed to be like a stress ball, so it's squishy. It's squishy. I showed this to my friend Nat. He's like, game changer, bro. Game changer. You can do squishy. Game changer. This flexible, soft material, if I can print that, could I print it so these actually like open? That would be really cool. I can get into his pockets, see what's in his pockets, see what naughty things are in his pockets. Also, like, I want this to be magnetic. I want to be able to take it off. I just have this whole idea of like a puzzle box, like a puzzle bust, and it's like, you poke his eye in and it pops out, and then his head comes off, and you can get to his brain. His brain has like Deadpool doodles all over it, and I just wish you could talk to me. That's the enhancement I want, right? It's like, yeah, that grenade would be awesome, but just like, oh my gosh, I'll be right back.
I'm Deadpool.
What are you doing?
Just gonna borrow it! This isn't fully printed yet, but by the God of Thunder!
Quiet, sweet friends. Hey, I'm gonna borrow your hide for a week. Is that cool? Thanks, bro. Nut tap.
Breaking news, man-sized homunculus plays with superhero toys.
Hey guys, just ran over to my brother's. He's great. He's great. A little sleepy last I checked, but he's good. He would graciously let me borrow something, and I want to show you guys. So I made my dream come true, guys, and I now have a new best friend. Introduce you to Deadpool.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Go ahead, use my mouth to open the door. Hi, I'm Deadpool's head. Not to be confused with Headpool. Different guy.
So this is the Hasbro talking animatronic Deadpool head, and it's got this sweet app. So say hello to the people, Deadpool.
Name's Pool. Deadpool. Nice to meet you. I've known Colossus since he was a wee anvil. You? Holy. You are super attractive. You can't tell, but I'm using air quotes.
It even has like pranks on here. You can like set it up so when people walk in. So I have this whole bust. Someone walking in is going to totally look like a real person. So I built a bracket after my brother and I did our fun skit. Printed a bracket for it here, just matching his collar. Basically just cut the collar off of the head of Eastman. Added a little neck there, and he sits right down in there. And actually, I had to leave this all empty here just to get the angle right. But it works great. Sits down in. I still need to paint it. What else you got?
So help me, Bob. I will in your litter box.
So next up is going to be all the time lapses, all the work footage, me goofing off, making this guy, painting this guy, sanding it down, puttying it up, all that kind of stuff. So that's up next. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks. It is wet here. Springtime. Oh my goodness, that's sunset. How's that? Pretty good? Can you hear me? Says you can hear me. All right, well, I had to get out of the basement because it's warm outside in Ohio, and you'll get a lot of those. So you gotta utilize them, take advantage of them. So I am gonna go ahead and get started with the Deadpool bust here. I'm going to use this Minwax wood filler. So you can maybe hear the difference. A lot of layer lines there. Here, just in that shoulder I just did. Oh yeah, that's super smooth. That'll paint really well. That wood filler just gives it a little bit to stick to. Sticks all right in all the lines.
Several hours later.
I had a shift right here, the layers. I thought I had it clamped pretty well, but it did shift on me just slightly on the upper part here. It's not doesn't look like a big deal, but when you put the katana holders in place, there's a little bit of a gap there. I would say 1/16 of an inch. Whatever. There's a small crack there that I just don't really want to have to worry about at least putting that much. So after we get this all sanded and puttied before we paint, we will throw this guy on. I'll probably actually do them separate. I'm just about done on my first, just all over light sanding and puttying any big cracks. Gonna finish that up, and then I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. Gonna finish what I'm doing here. Then I gotta paint it. Then I gotta do the same thing to this guy. He's gonna be a little bit trickier. As you can see here, he's got some hairs. He's got some hairy legs. And we're gonna have to sand this down. That's just from the retraction setting on the printer being wrong. So when the head went back and forth here, it just had a lot of strings and stuff. We'll just sand those off. And then I gotta paint this. I gotta glue it to here. And then we gotta go. Never ends. I got a Gorilla Glue epoxy we're gonna use for that. I got some steel wool. I got some different things I want to try to get different finishes on this. So I'm super excited about that. And then I got the head to do. Just a few things. Just a few things. What day is it? Huh. Monday. All right. Might be a little bit of a later episode. Later in the week. Figuring it out. One day at a time. It'll be fine. Most likely. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What am I talking about? Just got these little tools off of Amazon. I can only find 2 of the 3, but they're just little sculpting tools, cracks and stuff. Really good for cleaning that stuff out. I just have a pile of wood, and I'm someone who hates snakes, so I just put a pile of wood on my side patio, which is like snake invite, snake vacancy sign. So I was saying earlier, there was the filament when it was wet, it was like under extruding. So like right here, you probably hear it and you might be able to see it actually bumping in. So it's right here is right where it was, right where I changed the filament, and actually the color is different. And then I turned up the temperature and the color actually changed back to what it's here. So there's a lighter part right here. I got this gap up front, the top here, when I glued it, it just shifted forward just slightly. It's got a little bit of a ledge, and it's like right chest level, pretty high. So I'm just taking a little extra time, building up the putty a little bit more, doing a gradual grade to cover that up. I'm going clear down instead of just covering that seam, just trying to get the right grade. I'm gonna go over that. I'm using the Gorilla Glue epoxy to put my sword holders on. Just make sure I get it all over. Good to do this stuff outside, it stinks. The only issue now is just clamping. Coming along, layer lines are starting to disappear. So we've used our wood filler, tried to hide the layer lines as much as possible. I think the actual layer lines are really hidden. Top has a little bit left, but we're gonna do a couple more coats, so that's not a problem, that'll go away. The actual layer lines between where we basically failed and then and then finished and glued that all together, those are still visible. We're gonna go and sand this down. I've been using these finishing pads, or between coat finishing pads, smooth this up a bit. So we're just going to continue that. I'm probably going to put some more of that Minwax just on the parts that are more noticeable, sand it down, and then do another coat of primer. I'm going to use my Maker X Dremel tool here. Love this little kit. Very portable. I got the cutoff wheel, the Dremel, and then the hot end. Gonna adjust your speed. Very nice. This is 320 grit sandpaper, super fine, but it can still cut into our model. So we're only gonna do light pressure. Just gonna smear over these specific spots that I hit with the rotary tool. Just doing an update. Got so this is 2 coats of primer, and then I got the blade holders all epoxied on, and then I got wood putty, sandable wood putty we're gonna put in there. Got the head, same thing, just doing another coat of wood putty to get wood putty to get love you too, buddy. Yeah, hopefully the last round of sanding, and then another coat of primer, and then we'll get into the actual painting and details. We're gonna resin print those eyes, those beautiful eyes. Ooh, and then one more thing. We got Katanas going. Look at those puppies. So we got those gluing in. They are collapsible, so they'll go boop, boop, boop. No OCD, you just have to touch things. Those will slide right in here, coming together. A lot of work. More work than I thought. I thought I was gonna get done a lot faster. Learned quite a bit. But yeah, we're in the shop, so it's loud. Just getting my airbrush station / painting station up. I went to Hobby Lobby today and got some paints. So I got 3 red paints. I got tomato red, true red, and dark red. And then I got just black and glossy black. White, and then I got these for the extreme shooting. So I got the Obsidian 10. This is just silver, kind of let down, just silver. So I was just gonna use this for detail work. Maybe some dry brushing around like the bullet. He's got like bullet hole impressions and stuff. I'm gonna vacuum my area, a little less messy. I'm gonna dive into it. Be right back. Let's bring in the weight. So I think we're good. I think I'm gonna wipe her down, get all the dust and stuff off of them, and we're gonna start painting. Hey guys, so a little update here. The Deadpool head's looking mighty fine indeed. Little piece drying still there, but yeah, super happy. I got the collar black. I actually went back and we started off using the dark red, and then we went to the true red, and I'm definitely liking the true red more. The dark red looked good wet, but then once it dried, I put all 3 on the palette here. That true red was actually the darkest, and I think was the right choice. So I went over about 2 coats with true red, and then we got the eyes printing in the resin printer right now. Super excited about that. So the reason I use the resin printer for the eyes is because there's really no layer lines with the resin. It's very clean. We just hit it with some wet sandpaper. That's about it to finish it, and it gives out just this perfect flat eye. 1 second here. So here's Clank's eyes. You can see how great those look, and actually, yeah. They're just slightly cloudy, which I left when I sanded these down. I actually didn't glue anything in Clank yet. So he just kind of sits together like that. So here's his eye, and this is green clear resin. And the one side, as you can see, it's kind of dull. I left the inside kind of dull to diffuse the light when it hit it. It's a little dirty, but you get the idea. So this is the clear green resin, and it's this rich opto. I don't have any more of the green left, but I have orange and red, so I can show you that. So this is the rich opto. I'll show the eyes print, and I'll show a video of the resin printer. Essentially, it goes down. There's a screen at the bottom, and just like the FDM printer, the other printers that you've seen, it goes layer by layer by layer by layer, but instead of actually like drawing or extruding, squirting down that PLA. It does one layer by turning the pixels on the screen of this little LCD screen that is basically a black light LCD screen, and hardening layer by layer. So this guy, it printed like this. So it printed this, and then there's also supports that go on it that you take off and kind of sand the contact points. And that's what's going on right now with those eyes. It's just printing layer by layer, and then the head will be ready to go. Gonna get started on the body now. Printed out some reference material. So I found, and I'll put the link down below in the description, but it was a guy who did the actual concept art for the movie. He had like the actual costume that they made, some concept arts. This is a really good one to show the different colors. I know this is a little bit of a, it's Eastman's interpretation, so there's some stuff that isn't like typical on the costume, but we're gonna try to keep the, keep the colors pretty well the same. And then there's, this one was for dimensions. What was I saying? I'm gonna put these up here. So pretty consistent. So shoulders black, sides are black. I'm thinking these here are black. That's black. This is all red. That's all red. I know this button I think is done differently than his belt buckle, because it's kind of like an alternative to the belt buckle. And then I think I'll do these pouches the same way as his belt, which is brown, and then like a metal clasp here. Neck is red. We already did the collar. Our katana holders will go black. And then the grenade, since that is kind of custom, I'll probably go black at first and then go over with like some extreme sheen. So I got some magnets I'm gonna put into this bust here to hang my nades on. These nades, I'm gonna attach them right there. Nades can come right off. Yeah, this one actually printed the ring on it and the ring holder, so I can actually, like, as you can see, this like sits freely. Printed really cool. And those go right on here. So add the magnet to his buckle for this one. I'm gonna take one of these magnets. I'm gonna heat it up with this torch here.
Hey guys, it's future Brandon here to explain to you how past Brandon screwed up this project. He thinks he's so smart. He's gonna heat up these magnets and press them into the plastic PLA model.
There you go. Magnetized nades.
Here's the problem though. What happens when you superheat a magnet? Yep. One more try, Brandon. You can do it. Oh yeah, you got... Spoke too soon.
We have one final thing to do on this project before the reveal. I was using the resin printer, my Sonic Mini 4K. I was gonna print the eyes, as I said earlier, and unfortunately the screen stopped working on the Mini 4K. But oh well, we gotta finish this thing somehow, and I think I have an idea. So what I did was I went ahead and printed the eyes on my Ender 5 Plus using PLA, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually paint the white resin, the resin I was planning on using anyway. We're going to paint it onto the eyes, onto the PLA eyes. I did this for Clank's head when I did it to get that perfectly smooth metal look, and I think it's going to work really well with this. So what I've done here is I've printed 3 sizes, did 100%, 95%, and 90% on both eyes. So did a full set of each. and we're going to see what fits the best. I think we're going to have to do some finagling to get these to fit right. But here we go. Cut it in there, cracked a little bit, but we're gonna put that resin on there so it'll seal it up. All right, so we got him in there. He's got eyes, yeah. Okay, so we have our UV sensitive white resin. Same stuff we were gonna use in the resin printer, but unfortunately it didn't work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint this on, and then we have our black light. Only about 3 seconds. I'm happy with how it came out, for sure.
Hey! This guy just crop dusted me! What the
Hey guys,
Yep.
I'm trying to do the outro.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
The outro. I'm trying to tell them to subscribe,
Hey,
like.
Bob, time for a little talk therapy. I want you to look deep inside and tell me about your superhero origin story. Aha, I see. And which parent do you blame?
I found a way to shut him up. Off switch. So, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the print and all the tidbits. This will be a 2-parter. Come back for the rubber bands gun section. We're gonna be shooting that next, posting it next. Yeah. Reminder, gonna be at the Fanboy Expo in Columbus at the Convention Center. Come see us. Come check out Deadpool. He'll be there. We'll see if my brother wakes up from his nap in time to tell me that I can't take his Deadpool. Come out and check us out at the expo. Things has generously donated a printer, so we'll be raffling that off. That'll be fun. Come check out our booth. We'll have a raffle. That'll be super fun. Episodes that we got coming up next. My son wants to do cosplay. He wants to do Star-Lord. So we're gonna be doing a Star-Lord costume. I've already printed one helmet. Got a whole nother episode there that we'll be putting together his costume. So we're super excited to do that. And then I'm also gonna do some how-tos or some 101s. I've had some friends reach out and say, yeah, like, I love the video. It's a lot of fun, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about here, here, and here. So I'm gonna do some videos where I just explain FDM printing. So like my Ender 5 Plus, my CR10, when I talk about those printers. Those are FDM printers. I want to talk about how just FDM printers work, some of the jargon, some of the terms. So when we say extruder or hot end or nozzle or all these things, what's it mean? And really just demystify it. They're very simple machines when you actually break it down. If you know how a hot glue gun works, you know how a 3D printer essentially works. I got a tips video for Glowforge that I'm gonna be dropping soon. And then we'll do some basic on resin. Probably gonna do something with Ratchet and Clank, excited about that, some kind of gadgetry. I haven't gotten to LEDs and electromagnets and all these other fun things that I like to do. And then eventually I'd love to do an episode on maybe gardening, like some automated watering sensors, maybe some automated sprinklers to keep the dogs out of the raised garden that we're building right now. Camping, outdoor stuff. We'll see what projects we have coming up. We're not gonna always do this stuff's fun, but I like to do some functional stuff as well. My wife and I have tons of hobbies, so I'll be looking for ways to incorporate some fun projects to share. So please subscribe if you liking everything so far, and yeah, we'll have a number of new videos coming your way soon. I just want to thank the creators, thank Eastman 3D Printing World for putting up these free models so we can, print out these amazing prints for free. Thank you to the designers for putting these models up for free on things. That's awesome. You can go get it right now. Anybody can. Free. Print it out. Print out small. You don't gotta print out huge. Print out huge. You want to print out huge. Thank you to my wife for helping me, and thank you to my editor, Bill. And again, thanks for watching. Go out there and get messy. MessyEngineer out. You're not the only thing superhero sized right now. You know what I mean.
Oh, good one. You're hilarious. What's the name of your improv troupe? Ugh. You smell like Beast Lab after taco night.
We're gonna be best friends.
Cheese!